Hi guys, my name is Reema Behel and I'm back with yet another course. This time we're going to be focusing on vocabulary, and I'm basically going to be doing two separate courses for you. One is going to be for synonyms and the other one for antonyms. I'm going to go through all these words in alphabetical order so that it's easy for you to understand. The basic premise for this course, guys, is that you increase the number of words that are there in your bank currently. You know more words, you try to remember their meanings. That is why what I have done is that I have included pictures in each of these slides, and also along with the word, and we will be going alphabetically. I have explained its meaning, and I would try to, wherever possible, explain its origin to you and also try to use it in a sentence for you all. Let's, without wasting any further time, start with the first one, which is abdicate. Now, abdicate means to step down, and literally here we have shown steps, but yeah, it means to step down from a position of power essentially. So sometimes someone who is in power, they might decide to give up that power, to step down from that position, and when they do that, they abdicate their authority. That is, they give up all their duties and perks of the job. Essentially, the word was first used, I'm guessing, before the 17th century. It used to be referred to disowning one's children, that is, to giving them away. But after the 17th century, the word started being used in relation to giving up power. The synonyms for the word, as can be used or asked in the test, would be abandon or renounce. Now, of course, there can be more synonyms. I have used one or two with each of the words. You must, whichever words I'm teaching in the lesson here, guys, just go out there and look these up, try to use them in a sentence wherever possible, and also try to remember or include more synonyms so that it becomes easier for you to attempt such questions when you sit for the exam. So abandon and renounce are the synonyms for abdicate. A sentence can be: in recent decades it has become a tradition for the monarch to abdicate the throne. Next is abhor. Abhor means to detest or to hate a lot. Okay, so abhor. Let's say if you just want to say that you really really don't like something, then you just say I abhor it or I loathe it. Another synonym for this can be loathe. Loathe. As you can see, this girl is striking down the symbol of the Nazis. So I think she really, what we are trying to say here is that she abhors Hitler or his policies or whatever he did with the world. The next one is abysmal. Notice the pronunciation here. I'm not saying abysmal, it's abysmal. Now, abysmal basically can have two meanings. We usually, like let's say if you want to say something is really, really bad, then you just call it abysmal. So if a person, let's say, shows up to your party, if you throw in the party and only one person comes to your party, then we say, oh, that is a very abysmal turnout. So another sentence here can be: nothing that Donald Trump does has any impact on his abysmal approval rating. So this is how we use abysmal, that is extremely hopeless or wretched. But as you can see that it comes from the word abyss. Abyss means a ditch or a crevice or a hole, okay? And so if that is bottomless or boundless or unending, in that context also we use abysmal, but usually it is used in that negative context, and that is how you should use it. Next, admonish. Admonish means to scold gently, or to it's more like you're cautioning somebody or warning them. It's not really like you're going all out and scolding them badly. You're just trying to in a nice sort of semi-friendly way, also trying to just tell them that hey, don't do this, this is not good. Like the teacher admonished the student and told him not to leave the class early, that sort of a thing. So the synonym is when you berate somebody or you even counsel somebody. So it's not scolding per se, it's just a word of caution, like how you can see this coach here is trying to sort of, like what we would say, admonish the younger player. Next one is alacrity. Alacrity, I love this word. I just love pronouncing it the way it sounds. Alacrity. Now, the slide is slightly cut off, but yeah, alacrity, let's say someone with alacrity shows a cheerful willingness and a very eager behavior. Like right now, I'm speaking with you very eagerly. It's like a kid whose mother has told him that he can buy anything in a candy store. So that kid, he has he shows alacrity. Okay, that's a very a cheerful readiness to respond. That is alertness, a willingness sort of a thing that's there. While the noun alacrity, okay, it normally refers to somebody's peppy behavior. It can also describe a certain mood or a tempo of a musical composition. That also indicates how music should be played. So here is another meaning for you. Alacrity comes from the Latin word alacritas, and also, interestingly, the Italian musical term allegro, okay, is sort of a near relation to this word if you're looking at the origin. Okay, I'm going to move a little fast. I don't think I have a lot of time for this lesson. Allusion. Allusion is an indirect reference or a hint, which can also be said as connotation. Like I use the word connotation a lot. An allusion, okay, the similar sounding words are illusion and delusion, which is your first homework for this particular course. Find out how allusion is different from illusion and delusion. Now, while an allusion, it often references a famous work of art or literature. For instance, you might say that you like, oh, I am obviously no expert at love, so that is an allusion to your failed relationships. Now, the main thing over here to remember is that an allusion is a brief hint or a very quick mention, like it's meant to bring to mind a particular subject, but it always avoids getting into the real depth of things. Ambivalent. Ambivalent means to have mixed feelings about something. While etymologically, I mean, if you look at the meaning, if you speak about ambivalent, then it means that you're being pulled by two equally strong things. But in practice, when we use ambivalence, often arises from caring very little any which way. So you might feel ambivalent, let's say, about your lunch options if you have to choose between khichdi or I don't know, palak paneer or something. So it's undecided. You're neutral, you're equivocal or inconclusive. मतलब फर्क नहीं पड़ता sort of a thing, ठीक है जो है चल रहा है चलता है ठीक है. You're ambivalent about it. Anachronism, which is also, you can also pronounce this as anachronism, but this essentially means incongruity. An anachronism is something that does not fit in its time period. For instance, like you say, okay, you dial your smartphone, but it's just touch screen, right? So you're not technically dialing anything. Anachronism comes from the Greek roots, ana, which means against, chron, which means time. So together they represent a situation in which something happens that should not happen because it belongs to another time period. So you see anachronism all the time in movies, like if you see a jet plane flying during the time of an old civil war, or the knights are jousting over a maid in the times of Shakespeare. So something that does not fit a time period or it's out of time sort of a thing. Next is apposite. Now, apposite is, again, you might confuse this with opposite. Opposite is completely different. Something that is apposite is fitting or relevant. So, like we say, it's apposite to decorate your home on Diwali, or it's apposite to make sure that you pay your taxes before the end of the financial year. Something that is pertinent or germane is also a synonym for this. So apposite means pertinent or germane as synonyms, which are not in exact meaning that is suitable or well adapted. They can be used as synonyms in this case. Next one is arcane. Arcane, I love the word, the synonym that we have for this is esoteric. Something arcane is understood or known only by very few. For instance, almost everyone knows about the basics of cricket, but only a very few people would have an arcane knowledge of its history that makes them a true fan. So arcane is mysterious or known or understood only by very few people. And the word or the synonym is esoteric. Askance. Askance means with suspicion, mistrust, or disapproval. Askance is also skeptically. Now, askance basically is this word, okay, that जब हम टेढ़ी नजर से किसी को देखते हैं, so askance, it's I think it's a perfect word that describes a suspicious or distrusting manner of looking, that sort of a thing. So you look at somebody askance, like, oh, okay, like you're squinting your eye and you're looking at them and trying to figure out. Okay, next is assuage. Assuage basically means to alleviate or to appease. मतलब किसी के दर्द को कम करना. To ease the pain or to relieve the pain means you assuage the pain. Like you assuage your hunger by eating a bag of chips or something. You most likely, the common things that you assuage are fears, concerns, grief, guilt, etc. Next one is audacity. Audacity is that if you're bold or if you're reckless or daring. So if you have audacity, then you're the one who's daring. You have a daring character that you're running a, let's say if you're running a red light even though you've been given a ticket, means you're audacious or bold enough to do it. So it's reckless daring. With this we come to the end of the first part of the words. We are going alphabetically. We're going to continue in the next lesson. Thank you for watching.